Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 35 of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and now we're Master of the Seas because, well, I've completed Atlantica and sealed its keyhole. Anyway, in order to go on to the, well, world on top, we have to go back to Agrabah, and then from there we just have to journey, well, manually in order to get to that next world. So, it's a bit tedious, but it's the only way we can get there. So, yeah. So let's go on, select our next world, and journey there via normal drive. So, let's get out of the way, shall we? Now, like I said earlier, you can either go to Atlantica on the bottom, or to the world that we are going to on the top in order to get to the mandatory world on the very right. And, yeah. So, you can completely skip out on Atlantica and, well, go this way instead. Now, in the past, I've always gone on the bottom to get to Atlantica because I've always been going in, well, in order of battle rank, you know the stars and how they always increase as you go from world to world, you see, determining the rank of Heartless strength or something. I've always gone by that order. And this is the order I'm going, well, in this playthrough, I guess. And, of course, the next one here is, it's a level 6 battle, so, it's going to be a little tougher than, well, the Heartless we've encountered so far. What am I saying? A couple of the Heartless we've encountered already, and, it's not going to be that hard, in my opinion. I've leveled up, quite a bit, throughout this playthrough, and I will continue to level up as I, well, continue onward, you see. So, yeah. But, folks, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually excited to be going to this world right here because, well, for one, it's on land. On land. And, two, it does have a catchy overworld theme that I will probably hum as we go through this playthrough. So, yeah, there's that as well. And I find this world much more interesting than Atlantica. And I don't blame those who would want to rather go this way than go through the Atlantica pathway in order to continue onward with the game. And, yeah, I mean, it's all about, well, getting to the end quickly and, well, less painfully, I guess. Now, question, can you encounter Monstro along this pathway? I say this because I've always gone to Atlantica in the past and encountered Monstro, well, going down the Atlantica pathway, but I haven't gone, I never go this way when I go to Kingdom Hearts for some reason, go through Kingdom Hearts. I just, viewers, if you have played Kingdom Hearts, just let me know. I'm curious, really. I'm very curious. Oh, boy. For some reason, I don't remember encountering all of these Heartless ships while journeying from worlds. I'm guessing it's because I really don't remember using the Gummy Ship pathway or something. It's just, again, I have to state this again and again. The Gummy Ship paths are tedious. Well, the first time you have to go through them in order to unlock new worlds, but thankfully, once I reach my destination, I can just warp to, well, the new world and don't have to worry about going along these pathways ever again. So, yeah, folks, here we are, our next world. And, again, I'm really excited about going to this world because, well, in my opinion, it has a much more interesting concept and theme than Atlantica. I mean, sure, Atlantica has the swimming gimmick, but the swimming gimmick, not a fan of it. There's no control, as it were. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, based on all the spookiness and the ghosts and all the pumpkins and the scariness around here, we are here in good old Halloween Town. Thank you. My timing's a bit off today, you see. And as you can see here, Sora, Donald, and Goofy have adapted to the surroundings. Sora here has this vampire-like look that, it's kind of, tame by comparison. I mean, he looks kind of vampire-ish. He has an eye patch of a pumpkin over his right eye for some reason. I don't know why. Donald here looks like a scary mummy, and I think he is missing his torso in the center, so yeah. And Goofy here, he kind of looks like some kind of Frankenstein's monster type creation, so yeah. And I'm guessing the reason Donald disguised them is because, well, they wanted to blend in with the locals, I guess, because Halloween Town is full of spooky people, and why are there search ghosts right here, and they're not a... What? Yeah, notice how the command menu is not in battle mode. I mean, what's going on right here? I mean, in the past 2 encounters with search ghosts, in the 2 worlds, I mean, they've always attacked us, and they're pretty annoying. But here, they're just lollygagging about, doing nothing really. And there is actually a perfectly good explanation for this, as we're about to see.
And now, allow me to introduce the Master of Terror, the King of Nightmares, Jack Skellington! Bravo, Jack! Bravo! Those ghosts will be a big hit at this year's Halloween.
Thank you. But their movement still needs work. It's not scary enough. I want to strike bone-chilling terror. I'm going to consult the doctor.
Then I'll go attend to the decorations.
That's right, we have just met good old Jack, the Pumpkin King. And yeah, the reason the Heartless are the way they are is because Jack wants to use them in this year's Halloween celebration. I mean, who could blame him? I mean, they're spooky looking, they pretty much fit in because, well, their heads, they look like jack-o'-lanterns, and they have a ghostly appearance, and it would make sense here because, well, Halloween Town's all about the spooky things, and so yeah, let's go on and meet up with Jack Skellington and see if we can actually help him out with his experiments, you see, because, well, we don't have to fight Heartless if he succeeds and all that thing.
I don't understand. Maybe the guidance system was damaged in the explosion.
Nonsense. My devices are always perfect.
Oh, I've got it! Why, of course. The Heartless need a heart. Doctor, do you think we can add a heart to that device?
Certainly. A heart's not all that complicated. Let's get to work.
To make a heart, first take a container with a lock.
We need the key to this thing first.
Well, lucky for these two, I just so happen to have a giant key in my possession which can unlock anything. Or lock things if you want to lock things, but, yeah, we're going to go along with it because, again, if they succeed, we do not have to fight Heartless here. But then, of course, it'd be kind of boring around here, would it? But, yeah, let's go help out Jack and befriend him, shall we?
My, that was amazing! And you are...
Sora.
Well done, Sora. I'd like you to be a part of this year's Halloween.
What's this Heartless doing here?
Oh, the Heartless came to town just recently. What's frustrating is I can't get them to dance with me. So, the doctor and I are trying to improve the guidance system. He's quite a genius. Okay, Doctor, let's continue. The ingredients for a heart. Pulse. Emotion.
Terror?
Fear. Hope and despair. Mix them all together, and we have a heart.
maybe we're missing some ingredients. Let's try adding memory. Sally? Sally! Good-for-nothing girl. Don't know why I bothered creating her. Sally's got the memory we need. See if you can track her down.
No problem. Sora, would you like to come along?
Sure.
And now we can add good old Jack Skellington to our party. And geez Louise, is this guy tall. I mean, look how tall this guy is. I mean, wow. And sorry, Goofy, I'm going to have to replace you again. And, yeah. Of course, I'm going to customize good old Jack Skellington because, well, you know, he's all right in battle. I just don't want him to splurge on any potions or anything. And yeah, but seriously, look how tall this guy is. He's pretty much our tallest member of our group.
Jack! Jack! We have a major crisis! The Heartless are completely out of control! We can't stop them!
Maybe our experiment triggered something. Everything will be fine, Mayor. You have nothing to worry about.
You know, I'm not that surprised, really, because, well, try to control something that's pretty much beyond your understanding. You're bound to, well, lose control, and things go chaotic, you see. So, yeah, the Heartless are running amok, and it's our job to, well, take them out, because, well, they're wreaking havoc. I mean, they're causing mischief and mean things because, well, despite this place being all scary and spooky, the folks of Halloween Town mean well, you see. Their job is to, well, scare people because they're having fun doing it. They do not mean any harm, really. Our Heartless here, however, do intend harm, and, well, we're going to stop them because, well, why not? Alright, so Jack Skellington, let's see his moveset right here. Let's see here. Now, Jack Skellington has no weapon, but he has high MP and high attack power. Jack instead attacks using his magic, which is kind of similar to Sora and Donald's. And why did I equip him? Why not? Why not, really? Because I want to show him off. He's actually pretty useful. Now, his attacks have a Halloween theme because, well, Halloween Town and all. And his attacks include Applause. And Jack slides into his enemies that way. Blazing Fury. Jack launches a fireball at his enemies. Icy Terror. Jack fires a barrage of ice crystals at an enemy. Bolts of Sorrow. Jack conjures a barrage of thunderbolts to continually strike his opponents. And Ghostly Scream, which Jack conjures orbs of dark energy to attack his opponents. So essentially he can use fire, blizzard, thunder, and gravity. So yeah, it is gravity. I just want to make sure I got the right spell, you see. And folks, you might be wondering what I'm doing right now is I'm checking my Heartless list to make sure that I've gotten all the encounters so far because, well, encountering Heartless and defeating him is a step to getting that super special secret, well, extended ending that I'm planning on getting throughout this playthrough. And it requires me to fill up Jiminy's journal, so, yeah. Alright, so yeah, Halloween Town, Jack Skellington. I believe Jack's voice, well, is the exact same one as in the movie A Nightmare Before Christmas. His talking voice, that is. I think it's the same guy, really. I know his singing voice is Danny Elfman, but it's kind of hard to have Danny Elfman in this game because, well, Jack Skellington does not sing in this game, you see, because he's more concerned about dealing with the Heartless and trying to control them, you know, for this year's Halloween celebration. So, yeah. And we have some new Heartless, ladies and gentlemen. White Knight. Get it? Yeah, these mummy-like Heartless use a bunch of spin attacks and claws and spinning leaps, and they can be very annoying at times. So, yeah.
Zero, have you seen Sally anywhere?
Is something wrong, Jack?
No, everything's going great. We're going to have the best Halloween ever. All we need now is your memory.
Memory? You mean this? Jack, I have a bad feeling about this. Why don't you try something else? There's still time.
Nothing could beat what I've got planned. Once we give the Heartless a heart, they'll dance just as I envision it. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Hey folks, check this out, check this out. Apparently Zero here has Boo Syndrome. You look directly at him, well, he goes away. And if you turn your back, he appears, so, yeah. Anyway, folks, we're not the only ones interested in a heart.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I sure did. A heart. What should we do?
Gosh, you really are stupid. Isn't it obvious? Tell Oogie Boogie.
Lock, shock, and barrel. Oh, those brats. Those brats. You know, they never got any sort of comeuppance for their actions in A Nightmare Before Christmas, but Jack was partly responsible for pointing them in the direction of Santa Claus, so, but of course they took him to Oogie Boogie so that Oogie Boogie could do nasty things to Santa Claus because, well, they are, well, Lock, Shock, and Barrel are Oogie's minions, you know, and yeah. Anyway, folks, the voice of Sally, as well as Shock, is, well, they're not the original voice actresses, by the way. The voice actress for both of them is actually, if I get the name correctly, Kate Suchi, and she is a pretty big name voice actress back in the day, definitely in the 90s and 2000s. I don't know if she's still relevant these days, but yeah, like her credit includes, let's see, Phil, Lil, and Betty DeVille from Rugrats, Helga's mom in Hey Arnold. She played Princess Sally in Sonic Sat AM, and geez Louise, she has a pretty big resume right here. And she also played Sora's mom in this very game.
A heart. That bonehead Jack is really making a heart. I'll be jiggered. That works for me. Ooh, when I get my hands on that... Well, I've got no hands, but I'm still gonna nab that heart and control the Heartless.
Our villain for this world, Oogie Boogie. And I believe it's the same voice actor from the movies as well, if memory serves correctly. I could be wrong, so yeah. And yes, folks, there was an examined reaction command next to the bookshelf because, guess what? There's a torn page right there. And, well, I don't get it, well, right away, you see, because, well, I kind of forgot that there was a torn page right there. So, yeah. Sorry, folks. I'm going to be humming, you know, "This Is Halloween" every now and then, or singing at least, because it is pretty catchy, you know. I like that in the beginning, when you first arrive in Halloween Town, before Jack Skellington appears, we get this generic, "This Is Halloween"-like music. It's almost as like you know, oh, "This Is Halloween's" not going to be in the game. Oh, darn. But then when Jack Skellington makes his appearance, it's like, oh, "This Is Halloween" is actually in the game. And, oh, it's like if the developers were trolling us right there, because we get generic music and then we get "This Is Halloween." Alright, so let's get this treasure chest right here for a gummy piece. Oh, goody. Oh, and I get a trophy, treasure hunter. Yay me, I guess? So let's pull this right here, and... Oh, that's nice, really. And I do believe this is actually Jack Skellington's house, I think? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Or is it some other house? The mayor's house, maybe? I can't really tell. I mean, when I was playing this on my TV, while recording footage, my TV was actually kind of dark, so, you're going to see me go run into things just so that I can interact with some objects, and it can get kind of ridiculous kind of fast, you see. So, yeah. Our next objective is to find a good old shock value for our hearts, because we need something shocking for our heart, you see. So, yeah. And with that, I will see you guys in part 36. So, take care, I guess.